Dear students, let us continue with the discussion of crossover designs. The next crossover design is balanced incomplete block design. A balanced incomplete block design eliminates many of the difficulties encountered with the Latin square crossover design. And the main features of this design are: each subject receives not more than two formulations. Each formulation is administered same number of times during the study, and each pair of formulations occurs together in same number of subjects. Okay, I repeat once again. Each subject receives not more than two formulations. Each formulation is administered same number of times during the study, and each pair of formulations occur together in the same number of subjects. Okay, and if you take four formulations A, B, C, and D, the in this design, as as discussed just now, each subject receives two formulations. Each formulation is administered 6 times during the study, and each pair of formulations occurs together in two subjects. Okay, you can refer to the table of this design in the material that I am posting into your WhatsApp group. Okay, then you will get more clarity. So I'm ending about the experimental designs at this point of time. Now coming to washout period. What is washout period? Washout period means the time period between two treatment periods, or two treatment periods in a study design is called as washout period. Washout period is included between two treatment periods to completely eliminate the drug from the body. Ideally, washout period should completely eliminate the drug from the body, but even at the end of washout period, there remain very less quantity of drug in our body, that is negligible, and will not cause uh, a crossover, a carryover effect on the drug administered in the subsequent study period or treatment period. Okay, and according to a guideline, a washout period of at least 10 half-lives should be allowed between the two treatment periods, so that it ensures an elimination of 99.9% of the administered dose, and we can observe a maximum carryover effect of less than 0.1% from the first treatment period onto the second treatment period. And washout period is a function of half-life as well as the dose of the drug administered. Okay, and since most of the drugs have a biological half-life of 1 to 10 hours, a washout period of 1 week is usually found suitable for most of the usually found suitable in bioavailability studies for most of the drugs. Okay, and apart from this, apart from the elimination of drug administered during first treatment period, elimination of corresponding metabolites should also be considered. There may be an effect of metabolite. We don't know the metabolite how the actual metabolic scheme of the drug. The complete metabolic scheme of the drug is of the complete metabolic scheme of many drugs still unknown. It still is unknown. Okay, and it is generally assumed that the metabolites are more water soluble and gets eliminated completely from the body before the complete elimination of drug from the body. And because of this, there may not be any effect there may not be any carryover effect from metabolites of the drug administered in first treatment period onto the drug administered in the second treatment period. So this is about washout period. And coming to drug products, we have two types of drug products used in the study. First one is the test drug product, and the second one is the reference standard. Test drug products may be new drug formulations developed by a pharmaceutical scientist or a new dosage form of an existing drug. A test product may be compared to a reference standard recognized by FDA, like regulatory agencies, for getting a marketing approval for that test product. Test products are generally evaluated for various reasons. Mainly, they are evaluated to select best dosage form of a new drug or an existing drug among different dosage forms, or to select the best formulation of a new drug or existing drug among different formulations that have shown equal performance in vitro tests. I repeat once again, to select the best formulation of a new drug or an existing drug among different formulations that have shown equal performance in vitro tests, or to compare the biological performance of a test product with that of the recognized standard. Okay, and coming to reference standard or reference product, a chemical or a generic product has to be compared with some standard dosage form to verify its in vivo performance. In general, FDA like agencies accepts any innovator's drug product as a reference standard. The innovator is the one who originally received an approval from the FDA to market the product in the country. Sometimes several manufacturers may hold approval for certain drugs. Therefore, any one of the permitted drug products can be used as a reference standard. In many of the instances, FDA-like agencies would request that only one of these products be used as a reference product in order to obtain a more easily comparable data. Nothing but take the innovator product and branded products. Both are approved, or an already approved generic product. All are approved. We have to take any one of these as a reference product for our study. And coming to route of administration, most of the times orally administered dosage forms are subjected for bioavailability studies. However, dosage forms administered by other routes such as buccal, transdermal and intramuscular should also be evaluated for their biological performance. Why? Because the therapeutic utility of these dosage forms depends upon the rate and extent of drug absorption from these dosage forms. In general, orally administered dosage forms show a much variation in their performance because of intersubject and intrasubject variations. All the dosage forms administered by an extravascular route do require a bioavailability assessment. So the conclusion is that bioavailability studies should also be conducted bioavailability studies are generally conducted for orally administered products. Okay, And should viability studies should also be conducted for products that are to be administered by other extravascular routes of administration, because they are also other extravascular routes also associated with some variations. Okay, their own factors and their own intersubject and intrasubject variations. Coming to coming to single versus multiple dose study. Whether a single dose study is better or a multiple dose study is better for the assessment of the bioavailability of a drug product is always difficult to give a single answer. However, it is possible to discuss this issue thoroughly so as to understand the concepts involved in deciding a dosage regimen, an appropriate dosage regimen for a bioavailability study frequently. If the dosage forms are to be evaluated only for bioavailability purpose, single dose studies are usually sufficient, because the relative bioavailability of most of the commonly used dosage forms like tablets or capsules can be determined on a single dose basis, and usually this is predictive of multiple dose levels. Dosage forms meant for single dose administration for a therapeutic benefit such as analgesics for relief of headache need only single dose studies, but certain dosage forms designed to achieve special release profiles of drugs may require multiple dose studies. For example, time release products, entry coated preparations, some intramuscular injections, uh, even drugs that undergo first pass metabolism, and drugs that are administered as in the form of loading dose and maintenance dose, and drugs that are administered multiple number of times in a day requires multiple dose study, and its design and its suitable design for overall viability study rather than a single dose study. And coming to administration of drug products. In bioavailability studies, administration of drug products to the subjects should be based on randomization. After the administration of the drug products, blood samples are withdrawn from the subjects at fixed point of times. It takes some time to take sample from each subject, and the total time difference between first subject and the last subject may range from 10 to 20 minutes depending upon the number of subjects and technicians used in the study or involved in the study. If the sampling schedule is not followed rigorously in the same sequential manner, significant differences can exist in the actual duration of drug in the body and the stated sampling time given for each subject. This 10 to 20 minutes difference would represent a substantial change in the drug concentration observed in the blood. If under these conditions treatments are administered or formulations are administered to the subject in a sequential manner, uh, such as treatment A to the first 6 volunteers, treatment B to the second 6 volunteers, and treatment C or formulation C to the third 6 volunteers, the error between the time of administration and sampling will gradually increase from one treatment group to the another treatment group. This is because of sequential administration of drug products to the different treatments to the different treatment groups. To avoid to avoid this type of effect, randomized administration of drug products is used. The order of dosing is not sequential. Okay, in randomized administration, the order of dosing is not sequential, but a part of each treatment. Here, treatment means formulation. A part of each treatment is given first. A part of each treatment is given first. A part of each treatment given in the middle, and the remaining part of each treatment, okay, will be given in the last. So this is what the randomized administration of drug products to the each treatment group. Okay, so this is the way we have to administer the drug product during the study for each treatment group, in order to avoid the uh, in order to avoid the what called as bias, or in order to avoid the unnecessary time difference between the first subject, between the administration to the first subject and to the last subject. Okay, so that we can get the appropriate data. So guys, I'm ending my video at this point of time. So I'll be continuing with my discussion in the next video. Thank you.